Hello, Leo. Welcome to the channel. I am going to be doing a general collective reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please keep in mind that we all have a fifth house part of our birth charts that impact and affect our life. Oh, I'm going to be using the Wandering Star Tarot for you today, Leo. This is a 7-card spread, and as you can see, I'm going to shuffle it for you and let you know that I'm aligned with love and light of God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you, Leos. So thank you for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. Yeah, that one's tried to flip out a couple of times. Interesting. We'll just go from here. 1, 2, 3. I'm not reading reversals. 4, 5, 6. All right. Leo, please, this is a timeless reading, so when you find it, it is yours. Take it as it resonates. Leave the rest for others. I do thank you for joining in with me today. And the first card in your spread, what do you need? This is your WTF Tarot Spread. What do you need? You've got the 3 of Swords, heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. All right, so what do you need to examine? Examine the things that are harming you in your life and decide how to heal from those things. All right. Sometimes when we pretend we don't have problems, then, those problems grow and they fester, they become more. Sometimes these are not even problems in the outer environment, but things within ourselves that we just can't let go of, right? Sometimes we have resentments that build against ourselves, against other people, maybe for past traumas or past wounds or hurts or childhood even. But more so, we incur these kinds of wounds that sit in the heart space now when we interact with people in our lives who may be people we care about, maybe not, but maybe people we care about, and they slight us or offend us or disrespect us in some way. All right. Maybe we're not quite seen or valued in the way that we would like to be in these respects. That's what I feel here for Leo. I mean, this is also a card. I have to say this. 3 of Swords can be about infidelity. All right. Heartbreak, heartache, cheating, infidelity. So if you're involved in any of that, this is definitely a call to clean that up. Okay, because that doesn't serve anyone if that is not the long-term goal or plan. I had to say that, but I more so feel how there were little things that push your buttons or that poke at you at your heart space or that kind of just rub you the wrong way as you move through your life and your day, Leo. And you know what those things are. And this is a call here to bring healing to yourself by addressing those things in new ways. All right. Not just silencing yourself and looking the other way and sweeping it under the rug. Instead saying, listen here, friend, listen here, family, listen here, loved one, partner, coworker, boss, whomever you might be. It really hurts my feelings when you do this, that, the other thing, whatever. Okay. So allowing these things to be said, maybe they don't even know. Maybe they don't even know. And you can open that communication bridge for healthy co-creation. Oh my gosh, friend, I had no idea. All right. I'll do my best to be better about that. Okay. I never meant to hurt you or push your button or whatever. Now that would be healthy co-creation. I also want to say to you, I feel some Leos who may not quite get that response. Oh my God, I can't believe you want to blame me for this and that, whatever. Right. Now I want to argue with you about this, or maybe I receive you. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I don't follow through with the behaviors that support the apology, which would respect your boundaries, these new boundaries, right? I've spoken about how when you do that, it hurts me. And now I find you doing it again. Well, now the ball's in your court to address it in a new way. And maybe it's to distance yourself or disconnect. I really feel here how it's important to understand the difference between a request, a demand, and a boundary. So let me just say this real quick, Leo. We can request people to do something or not do something in our lives. And that's kind of what I feel like it's been for a little while. I mean, maybe it hasn't even gone to this point. It's been just within you, but I feel it creating some heaviness in my heart. A reluctance to speak about these things or communicate these things for whatever discomfort that it may cause to people or in that moment. But the discomfort that you are carrying in the heart space, harboring this, is more detrimental to your energy than that whole thing will be. Okay, so a request is, can you please stop doing whatever that is bothering me, right? Can you please stop doing that thing, right? And that's just asking someone, and they may or may not honor your request. Okay. Maybe you have a more dominant personality, or maybe you've just gotten, it's the last straw and your buttons have been pushed and now you're going to make a demand. Listen here, you had better stop doing that thing. It bothers me. Right? This is a demand, and they can either, surrender to the demand, or maybe that will cause a clash and even greater conflict. Then there's a boundary, which is different than a request and different than a demand. A boundary says, when you do that thing, it makes me uncomfortable for whatever reason. Okay. You don't have to have reasons. You just have to say, look, if you do that again, I'm going to remove myself, or I'm going to disconnect, or I'm not going to come over here anymore. All right. Maybe I'm going to leave you. Whatever this is, Leo. All right. That is a boundary. It says, if you do what that thing is that I'm not okay with, then I'm going to, with my free will right, I'm going to do something else. All right. And then they know, and you know, and that's that. And you can decide to enforce the boundary or surrender your boundary and relinquish yourself back into the same old pattern that causes the same old dissonance that is impacting you in this way. Now, how do you do all of this? Okay. You've got the King of Pentacles showing up for you. Reliable, visionary, generous. Okay, so I feel like the King of Pentacles reminds you to show up for yourself in the same ways that you show up for everyone else. All right, other people are maybe coming to you. The King of Pentacles can be the sugar daddy of the deck. All right, the other people might be coming to you to fix their problems all the time, coming to you with their bullshit all the time. Why? Because you have such healing, healthy energy, but it begins to weigh on you. Okay, so Leo, I feel how you need to be your own sugar daddy here. You need to put yourself first and maybe teach others how to be their own resources. All right. And teach others how to be healthier, more productive, more proactive. And that takes you speaking up, vocalizing, exhibiting these qualities, showing them the way, no longer just bailing them out. Okay. That's what I feel is very important here for you, Leo. Now, where to place your focus? You've got the Magician, major arcana, which is major happenings in your life. And it's number one. Okay. So power, action, and skill are the taglines here. I love how you have these third eyes. You've got one here on the King of Pentacles, and then you've got another here on the Magician card. I feel like your intuition knows exactly what I'm talking about with this. And I want to say to you that sometimes we envision like the worst case scenario possible, like, oh my God, things could go horribly bad, right? If it comforts you to prepare yourself in that way and know how you would deal with it, then that's fine. Do it once and put it to rest, because you don't want to manifest that kind of dissonance, right? That kind of challenge. When we ruminate too much on something, it draws an experience in that feels like that. So let's not do that. I feel how the power is in creating something new, coming from a new state of being, a different energy, a different something like this, okay? And seeing how you can shift and up level. And it's really like you can make magic with your words, saying these things, calling them out. Although it makes you uncomfortable, imagine how it makes the other person feel. Uncomfortable, right? Oh, eek, Heidi, I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. That's what it takes sometimes to correct some poor behaviors that are harming to others. If it's harming to you, there's a chance that that is a trend across the board, and you can help clean that up in that person's life for simply speaking up and holding them accountable to be a little bit better. All right, that's what I feel for you here. So who else might be involved? Major arcana card number 3, the Empress, another major arcana. Luxury, beauty, harmony, abundance, grace, fertility, love, nature, beauty, and art. Those are the taglines on the Empress. So who else might be involved? I say you are the major character in they're the main character of your story. Okay, Leo, but this speaks to your children potentially. So we might be talking a little bit about children or grandchildren that maybe have caused pain within you. Even partners here, could be family, but it's more so you and how you relate to the world, I want to say, because these are not new issues, new problems. It's almost like, darn it, this same old thing keeps happening, and now it's a new person who's doing it to me, right? Even years along the line, like I always struggle with that kind of thing, asserting a healthy boundary. I always struggle with giving too much. I struggle with, whatever these same old things are. I feel how it's because you love so deeply and you're coming from a place that's a little bit different than where other people are coming from. And it's important that you kind of share your thoughts, ideas, and feelings with these people, even if it's uncomfortable for you or them, so that you can all kind of grow in this healthier way. That's what I want to say there. Now, this would be the, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Three of Pentacles. Wow. The taglines are enterprise, success, talent, teaching. Hello, that is totally what I felt. Why is this happening? Because other people need to grow in a physical, tangible way. Other people need to be able to spend healthy, productive time with you, learning skills, learning how to just be happy, right? How to be at ease with life, learning how to look on the bright side of things. Like, I feel how Leo really has a lot of that, but then there's like these little stifling things that maybe it's not so great. And I don't want to address that. But if you do, everyone in your life is going to be better because of it. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I feel how you being your best self, working with everyone else up front, on the surface, communicating, being open, being lively, productive, proactive, inclusive. I feel how that is the ticket here as to maneuvering through this energy pattern successfully. So when in the possible circumstances that you're going to find some kind of resolution here, I don't necessarily feel like you are, like there's a problem that needs resolution, but I do feel a shift happening, a shift where you're healing. Hello. All right. You're deciding to speak up more and to put more things down in a way. And that creates a healthy energy pattern and vibration that you are keeping more fully. All right. So when in the possible circumstances, is the Seven of Cups. And I know this sounds really funny, but I feel like this is like a week. All right, let's just be honest here. I don't know when you're finding this video, Leo, but I feel like it's going to land with you very deeply. And within this next week in front of you, the next 7 days, you're really going to be seeing these little areas where you could stand to make these changes or adjustments or communicate or collaborate a little bit more deeply with those people who matter most in your life. I feel like the next 7 days are going to be eye-opening for you. So really put your feelers out because that's what I feel here as far as the when. Possible circumstance, Seven of Cups. The taglines here are choice, instinct, passion, and extremes. All right. So the Seven of Cups speaks about discernment and the options that are available out there in the world, how you have to feel into the possibility of something in your life that you might be considering stepping into, right? Feel into the possibility of it before making that choice, and you will know a lot about how you feel about proceeding and how things will unfold. Okay, so the Seven of Cups speaks about following those avenues, even in fantasy land, here in the imaginal realms of your mind, allowing yourself to think outside the box, to daydream and fantasize about the way that things could go right, about peaceful resolution, togetherness and harmony, good times where people don't talk back and don't say these things, and people, are all on board and happy, okay? And you yourself, you are happy. I feel how it's important to be there as well. I'm coming to extremes here because this Three of Swords is quite extreme. And it speaks to you about the nature of your inner posture here. Okay, the inner posture wants to be relaxed. The inner posture wants to be playful. The inner posture wants to be open and ready to receive love and everything else that this universe has to offer, pleasure, enjoyment, enthusiasm, right? However, when we have things that happen, our inner posture kind of clenches, okay? And I know that you understand what I'm talking about. That's what's going to happen with this extremes here, is that when you're moving through this week, you're going to suddenly get a clinch to your inner posture. Something's going to shift within you when you have to deal with those dissonant patterns that it is healthy and safe now for you to address, right? So keep your ear to the ground. You want to up level in some way. I feel it here. And so you've got to step through the opening when you see that apparent for you. Now, on the bottom of the deck, your bonus message here from your spirit team is the Four of Pentacles. And let's see, the tagline says security, stability, savings, foundation, and money. So I do see that you do have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles here, which are money cards. But remember I said maybe you're like the sugar daddy who bails everyone out. This is you not doing that anymore. This is you being mindful and deciding to maybe save for your own wants, needs, desires. Maybe you would have a lot of excess if you didn't splurge and go the extra mile for other people in your life. This also goes for energy. All right, your time and your effort, energy, not just your money. I feel this for Leo here, how you kind of get, what is this? You cut your own throat, or you get stabbed in the back somehow because you put all of your efforts and actions or your money into resources outside of yourself. And then you're wishing later on that you hadn't done that. If you hadn't done that, you would have all this extra and you'd be able to do so many things with it, right? And I feel this. So no more of that, Leo. No more functioning from that place. Now you get to decide in a case by case and a moment by moment basis. Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Is this even worth my headspace, right? Is this worth my money? And you get to decide to kind of downsize and really prioritize and buckle down to what is precious in your life, and you lean into that and embrace that. All right. That's what Spirit is saying here, is that you're not lacking, but it may be time to show others how to be more reserved in some areas, to plan for the future for yourself. I really feel here, but also because you're not going to see healthy patterns if you keep bailing out other people, especially if there's lack of respect for you here. Okay, kind of drawing a line in the sand, and saying, you know what, I'm not going to help you out with your bills anymore. You don't pay me back, and you're rude to me. Like, I kind of feel how it's important to really call a spade if you want something to change, and decide that your money, your effort, your focus is all valuable. And it's up to you to decide what has the importance to draw that in your life. All right. That's what I have for you, Leo. That's your WTF Tarot Spread. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment to let me know how it resonated with you. And subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything from me. If you wanted to purchase your own private Tarot Spread video, the link is in the description box. Till the next one, I send you guys all the love and all the blessings. Bye, Leo.